Is a legal philosopher from Europe. She joins us tonight from the United States. Eva, thanks so much for joining us. So Sweden obviously made a terrible mistake. It turns out the people who moved to Sweden didn't act at all like Swedes. Will this new government do something to fix it?
Well, I wouldn't be too sure. Honestly, Tucker, I was even a little surprised when you asked me to come on about these two new bombings. When I heard the news about it, I thought, well, that's just another day in Sweden because, this is something that happens almost on a daily basis now in Sweden. Over the past 4 years, they've had 500 of these types of bombings. So that is obviously something that is new. Sweden didn't used to be that way, but it's a direct result of mass migration. And like you said, the Swedish people have started to kind of wake up to that fact, finally. But I think it is a little too soon to cheer. Yes, the left-wing government has lost its majority, but it turns out that the only reason they actually lost its majority right now is because there is a new Islamist party in Sweden that basically just wants to instate Sharia law that was able to steal away just enough of the left's vote so that they lost their majority. So that's not great news. Turns out that this plan that the left had of stealing away or of basically importing a new voter base didn't work out all that well for them, and that these migrants didn't really feel that happy about the left-wing global rainbow policies of the left and didn't actually vote for them but just started their own party.
So if people show up in your country, uninvited, by the way, and you're nice enough to let them stay, and then they make your country a place you don't want to live, can't you just make them leave? Can't you just deport them? What's the rule that says you can't?
Well, what is important now is that something needs to happen when it comes to this. So policies need to change. But the question is that really going to happen now in Sweden? Like I said, yes, the government lost its majority, but is there going to be a new right-wing government? Doesn't look much like it. Because what happens in Europe every single time is that a large group of people wakes up to all of this, votes for right-wing parties, but then those parties don't ever make it into government because more moderate parties say, we don't want to ever work with them. So there's no point, it seems, to put all of your trust in the political system into the party system because it basically just protects itself.
Yeah, and doesn't care about you at all, and is totally bent on destroying the civilization that others built over 1,000 years. Eva Vlaardingerbroek, thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you.